Oh, okay, sup, bro, be my friend. We have to be careful. YouTube doesn't want me to go into directions where anybody can be insulted. So let's just hypothetically make everything so general that nobody's offended, everybody's fine. And what is a world without offending anybody, right? Okay, it's a world full of, like, it's basically a world that's not real. It's a fake world because we are holding our hands here, but basically, like, imagine tigers would be like this and they would not, do crazy stuff like that. And I want to kind of make this video to talk about those things and talk about the cruel reality of being a human, and that it's always a fight, and living in this kind of sense of everybody's cool and da da da. That's probably like, that's like, we are more like, it just shows that we are, if we are more unhappy than ever in an era where nobody, like, you can basically be safe in some places, you can be safe, you can just chill, you can basically totally relax, then what is happiness? It's all a fake facade, because happiness is always just a reaction to the negative pain. Happiness is just a relief feeling. Happiness is not real. Happiness will never last forever, and happiness only exists if there's dark times and all that stuff. So, for example, if you have just like ran a 20-kilometer run and you have, always trained for that, you will be happy because now you're relieved and now you're getting back from all of that stuff, and you have trained and you worked hard for that. And but speaking the truth, like, people used to die out. People like that are weak used to kind of not evolve and everything. And yeah, we could say we have genetically manipulation, like we have genetic manipulation and all that stuff, and we can just kind of make ourselves better genetically and everything. Elon Musk said he doesn't want to live forever because he thinks it's part of the human species, and it's like, it should be like that everybody dies and everything. I think it's the same, like the accumulation of thoughts and brains and neurons and everything just kind of doesn't last forever. It's just the way it is, and you should treat it that way. And obviously, I've participated in some kind of movement by Brian Johnson, "Don't Die" sometimes, but it's a nice thought. It's a nice experiment, nice thought experiment too. But at the end of the day, everybody's competing, and this is still competition. And the most kind of obvious and the most still dominant competition is the sexual one, right? You're competing for women, and that is not illegal yet, okay? But basically, that kind of, sexual competition is based on physical strength and everything. And now women don't, now we men are not competing on levels like physical, like fight. We're competing on money and kind of status and everything, which gives people like me actually tendency, like, an advantage, but also disadvantage because we're not living in those communities. You could say a few hundred years ago, I had an advantage because I was kind of good at being the best in the community. Now it's kind of like you have to be the best in the world, which is the competitive field, which is more globalized and bigger, which is way harder. So, like, obviously thousands of years ago it was way harder because it was actually like an animal kind of based ranking, but now it's come to this point of we're getting soft. The last human develops, like, kind of Nietzsche has predicted it, which means not wanting to have children. It's everything is hard. We are living in constant happiness, which creates soft times. Like, easy times create hard times. What is it, like, soft time? I don't know, like, the dilemma, the thing. And yeah, constant happiness, you have to kind of force yourself, but forcing yourself also is not real. That's why some people they're like, I want the war. Like, they hope there's something crazy gonna happen because they just want that adrenaline. They want something. They don't feel alive anymore because this constant state of happiness doesn't bring that up and down. People are doing crazy flips from cliffs and everything. They're constantly chasing that adrenaline. It's just part of being alive. Yeah, that's what we humans always have, kind of lived in, and now it's just gone. And suddenly we kind of go crazy in ways that make us feel alive again, and that's kind of the symptom that you have to you feel every day. And I just wanted to describe it to you. I hope this video kind of was a little bit interesting. Obviously, I'm not the guy to go crazy in edits and everything, but I certainly think that those kind of thoughts are not being put into the world in everyday life and everything. Trying to work on my English as well to kind of to present myself in a higher manner and to speak clearly and kind of respect the English language back again, because obviously there's languages that are more culturally preserved and English is being thrown around and there's not as many people speaking that actual English. Just kind of to respect the language. I have some PTSD from learning it in school, but still, it's a cool language. It's a great language, but Spanish and all of those. That's actually a language that is, it's being said that it's the easiest for everybody to learn. It's kind of a mix of English, Latin, Italian, and kind of like a little bit of that. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Let's build the biggest friend group online. Let's go. 2035. Let me stop.